I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your Sports Update. The baseball team has been the team that will not quit, making it past the rounds of 32 and 16, beating Longmeadow 3-2 and Somerset Berkeley 1-0. In the Longmeadow win, the first run of the game came off an RBI off the bat of Jacob Sheehan to drive in Giacomo Serratore. The Lancers answered immediately, tying it up at 1 in the top of the second and making it 2-1 at the top of the third. And in the bottom of the sixth, Jerry Fry scored on the throw from a drop third strike, tying it up at 2. Fry managed to keep the Lancers at bay on the mound in the top of the seventh, and Thomas Benson drove in Brian Dearborn with a walk-off triple to send the Mustangs to the next round. The legendary duo of Mark Hoover and Eric Bodenhofer were on the call for the game-sealing triple.
First base, so he also looking for his first hit. That might fall in the gap right there. Oh, it does! And that might do it.
That's it. He's
Oh, a
going
fantastic job! If you can get there to third, and it does it!
Yes.
Outstanding!
Wow.
Just like that! Benson asking for his first hit and
All right,
just
he may not be able to play in the
drills
next
one to
game.
left field
Oh, my goodness.
as he scores Dearborn with 2 outs. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Fantastic job by Benson.
And what an effort, though, by the Longmeadow left
Oh, yeah.
fielder. Or
Yeah,
center fielder.
Hutton and Bouchard are
Yeah.
out there. And that,
Boy,
sometimes they say hit them where they ain't, but
Yep.
boy, he was able to drop that one in there. And yeah, Bouchard stretched out.
Yeah, gave it his all to try and get that, and just couldn't
Wow.
quite get there. What a time
What
for Benson.
a fantastic finish
Yeah.
there as Benson has the triple to score Dearborn from first.
Wow.
And Benson had struck out swinging, had ground out to the pitcher, so was looking for his first hit. We were thinking Hurley, again, had just been solid all night long. The Mustangs really had not been able to hit anything deep. And the Mustangs at the bottom of the seventh are able to win this one 3-2, and they're going to move on. They will play the winner of, right now, I think Somerset Berkeley is playing West Springfield out of the same league that Longmeadow is.
Yep.
And so they will play the winner of that one. Not quite sure exactly when. Obviously, I think if Somerset Berkeley wins, then the Mustangs will have to travel.
The Mustangs had to make the trip to Somerset Berkeley for the round of 16, and the Mustangs scored 1 run at the top of the first, where Sam Larkey scored off a grounder to first by Jacob Sheehan. The story of this one was Zach Badger getting the start on the mound for the second game in a row and pitched an absolute gem of a game while dueling with Somerset's pitcher, William Dion. Both teams' defenses were stellar, and Dion only let up the 1 run in the first, but that one would be enough for Norwood as they move on to the round of 8 to square off against the number 2 ranked Plymouth North Eagles this Friday the 7th at 4:30 in Plymouth. The softball team qualified for a spot in the preliminary round of the D2 tournament and went to Worcester to play Doherty Memorial last Friday afternoon. The Mustangs fought for 11 innings before eventually falling to Doherty 6-5. Norwood is only losing 2 seniors, Madison Collins and Natalie Gale, so this team will have the playoff experience to make a deeper run in the tournament next season. The tournament started off great for the girls lacrosse team, getting the win over Amherst Pelham in the preliminary round 14-10. Madison Doucette scored her first varsity goal, Nora Staunton scored 1, Emily Spadorsha added 2 goals and an assist, and the Olivias and Shay Larkey were just as dominant as they've been all year. Olivia Lodge scored 4 goals with 2 assists, Shay Larkey had 3 goals and 1 assist, and Olivia Naughton scored 3 times. Olivia Naughton will be heading to Springfield College next year, and so is the goalie from Amherst Pelham, so Naughton actually scored 3 goals on her future teammate. Emily O'Connor and Sophia Venditti were very strong on the defensive side, and Allie Mannering had 15 saves in net. After the game, NCM commentator Joe Spadorsha talked with senior captain Olivia Lodge and head coach Mike Lodge about the win.
Coming off the win, 14-10, Division II preliminary round. Olivia Lodge, senior captain. Tell us a little bit about just your feelings coming off the field after a win like that.
I think our energy was amazing today. We definitely brought it all to the field today. Our middies, Shay, Spud, Bridget, great midfielders. They really worked their butts off today. And without them, we wouldn't have the plays that we have.
Awesome. So you're winning by 7 or 8 goals coming into that, midway through that third quarter. What is that message like to maintain the game plan when you're up by that many?
When we're up by that many, we have to maintain the same energy that we have. We can't decrease the energy, or else they're going to come up on us, and the gap is slowly going to close. But I think we kept it on them today.
Yeah, and then the reverse of that, when it starts to get closer there at the end, how do you keep, as a captain, keep your team together to maintain composure?
When we get the ball on offense, we try to settle it down. We work it around. Every player touches the ball at least once, and then we try to work an offensive set. And I think we did really well today, controlling the ball, holding on to the ball, keeping it safe.
Your number 18 captain, Olivia Lodge, 242 career goals, 84 career assists for 326 career points. How do you do it?
A lot of time and effort. I put a lot of work into my sport. I really love to play. And yeah, it's really fun for me. So
Thank you very much, and congratulations on the win.
thank you.
Joined now by the head coach, Mike Lodge. Mike, thanks for joining us. Sure. Another big win. Tell us about how you felt coming off that field after that result.
As a head coach, it's my first tournament win. Qualified the last 3 years. Thank you. And 0-2, so now 1-2. Feels pretty good.
All right, so you're coming into that game. You take a look at their record, and 16-2. Wow. You're a 9-9 team for the second season in a row. What's the message like to the team?
Don't be fooled by, we were ahead of them, because it's
right.
The power rankings with the strength of schedule. So I'm guessing 16-2. They don't play in the most competitive conference. But as you saw, it was a competitive game. I said that to the coach coming in. I watched one of their films of their games. They do a lot of things that we do. They have some good players. They have some good offensive plays, and then they put the ball on the ground. So I knew it was going to be competitive. I knew we got up early and wasn't super comfortable because I knew the landslide was coming a little bit. But we survived. The girls worked their butts off today. Allie Mannering was so great in net. And Olivia touched on it. Our mids are insane, right? Bridgie, Spud, Shay. Shay's just on a different level, different animal, so competitive. And then again, our freshman Madison today getting her first goal in a tournament game is huge.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that, actually, because I could hear from all the way up here you said go. What were you seeing from the sidelines that gave her that go?
So Madison, a freshman, get some spot time to give those three mids that very rarely come off the field, give them some spot time. And sometimes they get a little nervous. They just want to move the ball, make sure they catch the ball and move it, and don't get aggressive necessarily. It was a wide open lane. They just left her there, so I was just screaming, go, go, go. And she finally went, and it closed a little bit. She made a couple of nice moves. She's a super athletic kid and buried it, and the whole team went bananas. It was great.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a great moment. And I even mentioned on the broadcast, I could hear you yell go from up here. So, hopefully that picks up over on the broadcast. So just talk about your team's ability to close out that close game towards the end of the stretch there.
Yeah, so the yellow card helped. Right.
Absolutely.
So we're up a man, and Shay Larkey and I actually had a conversation about it at the end. Her mindset is to go score, score, score. We had just been hemorrhaging goals, right? We weren't doing great on the draws. They were scoring goals. They were closing the gap. So I was hoping, all right, we got 2 minutes to play with here. Let's be efficient, work the ball around, and then if we can score at the end of it, great, which is exactly what happened. A little bit sloppy, but the mindset is to just kill the clock. Clock is your friend at that point, and then take home the victory.
Last question here, and then I'll let you go. With the draw controls, that was something you struggled with all day. What's kind of the message, coming into this game, and then once you realize, you might not get them all?
So, yeah, that's the thing. We have three players that are pretty good at the draw here with Olivia, Bridgie, and Shay, and they each take it a different way. Olivia is more of the straight up, let me get up over you and grab it. Bridgie's just power straight out, and Shay is kind of that mix of up and the power. So at that point, it's wreck it. Just get in there and wreck it and let the athletic girls on the circle, like Emily and Shay, go get the ball, right? It's on the ground. We got a really good chance of getting it. We're that athletic. So that's the message.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck the rest of the way. Congratulations on your first career playoff win.
Thank you.
Mike Lodge, head coach, Girls Lacrosse.
Appreciate it.
The Mustangs then moved on to the round of 32 to face number 2 seeded Walpole, who is number 2 for a reason. The Mustangs couldn't leave Walpole with the win, but this has been one of the most competitive girls lacrosse teams Norwood has seen in quite some time, managing to win the first playoff game in almost a decade. Good luck to seniors Julia Gallo, Olivia Lodge, Olivia Naughton, Emily O'Connor, Catherine Pritchard, Sophia Venditti, and Jessica Zamito. And good luck to each and every senior from every spring team. We wish you all nothing but the best and hope you have had as much fun playing your respective sport as we have had covering as many of them as we can. And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsea.